Hello and welcome to Beyond the Launch. I am your host, Attorney LaConya Murray, with another episode of Ask Me Thursday. How is everybody doing this Thursday? I'm so excited. Getting ready to go on this 3-day weekend. Going to go visit my college student for the weekend. But before we do that, I wanted to ask a question that I've been asked, and I've seen floating around there. Why should I hire you? Like, I can just go to LegalZoom. I can just go to LegalZoom and pay $199 plus my filing fee, and they will hook me up. Why should I pay your fees when I can just use something like LegalZoom or any of these other online services that will charge me a very nominal fee? That's a good question, especially as the business owners, when you're counting your coins and you want to make sure that you're getting the most for your buck, the most bang for your buck. You want to make sure, why should I make this investment? Not even knocking you. So I'm going to tell you why you need to hire an attorney. Why you need to hire me to do your trademarks versus using one of those online services. First of all, there's really no comparison. There's really no comparison between having a live person versus an online form. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. The reason you're hiring someone to do it for you in the first place is because you don't really know what you're doing, so you're going to let someone else do it. But when you use one of those online services, you're essentially just filling out a form. There's no one guiding you or directing you and advising you on how you need to proceed. So the reason number one is that when you're working with a licensed attorney. I am a licensed attorney, a trademark attorney. I've been doing this for, over 5 years. I've been filing trademarks for over 5 years. This is what I do. If you use one of those services and you want to speak with an attorney, they're going to charge you an extra fee. They're not going to say, oh, okay, hold on right quick, let us get someone. No, they're not going to do that for you. They're going to charge you an additional fee. And what you really have to know is filing a trademark is not, so the important thing for you to know why that's important is filing a trademark is not just about completing a form. Like, anybody can just complete a form if that's the thing. You have to be strategic on how you fill out that form, especially when it comes to how you're using your mark. So the classification that you use is very important, and the description that you use is very important. And when you're just filling out a form without any advice, you either hit or miss. And as a prime example, I have a client now who retained me to file a few trademarks for him, but he did his first one. He used another service. It wasn't LegalZoom, but I know he paid $79 for it. So when I told him my fee, he was like, that is a bit much. Like, why should I pay you to do that? The same question that we're answering here today. Come about 3 months later now, he's getting his results back, or getting his office action back from the first trademark, and he has no one there to help him respond to that. He has questions. He doesn't know what kind of specimen to turn in, because all he did was basically fill out a form and pay them $79, and they did it. But now his trademark is on the line, because if he doesn't submit the right information, then he can lose his entire trademark. And what can happen in the interim, and what I see a lot of times what happens is someone will file a trademark, right? And it's going through the process, and then right behind you, someone else will file a similar trademark. And since you have a very similar trademark, they will pause the second application rather than just deny it flat out. They will pause it or suspend it and say, let's see how this other one pans out. Let's see what happens with that one before we make a determination on yours. Now, if you go through this process, right, and you don't have someone advising you, and you send in the wrong information, then your application ends up getting denied. Instead of being able to go back and hire someone to redo it when you do, that second application now is going to take priority, because they found it before you did. Because remember, your first application was denied, so that doesn't count. So now you have this one right here that's falling up right behind you, and they're going to get that mark, and you're not going to get it because you messed around trying to be cheap, and you lost your priority. So that's thing number one. You have a licensed attorney advising you and talking with you through this thing. The second thing, when you work with me, we believe in flat fee pricing. So there's no hidden cost. When you get with these other services, yeah, they're going to charge you a really low fee. But that low fee is going to be for a basic direct hit on your federal name and USPTO. You can do that yourself. You can go to USPTO and see if your name is taken a direct hit. The reason why that direct hit search is not very valuable is because with USPTO, they don't just look for same, they look for similar. And they don't just look in the exact class that you're in, they look in related classes. Okay, so if they're just doing that direct hit search, that's not really benefiting. You still don't know what's out there. You don't know. So our services include a comprehensive search. I just did one yesterday, 2 days ago. We searched not only the federal database, we also checked and see if they had state trademark certificates. We looked and see if there were company names that were registered under that name. We checked social media to see if it was available. We checked, so we do basically what that is common law search. We search web pages where it might come up. Like we search for a lot of different things to let you know what's out there. If there's going to be any likelihood of confusion, and if there are a lot of people using this mark or anything similar, if you're going to have any problems. You're not going to get that with that direct hit search from LegalZoom or any of those other places. You're not going to get that. Hey Karen, thank you so much for watching. Another thing is, but what you are going to get, let's say they do that direct hit, right? And they file your application. And the next thing you know, you get an office action. And you're like, oh, how do I respond to that? Guess what they're going to do? They're going to charge you. They're going to say, oh, we can help you with that, but it's going to be an additional fee. Oh, well, can I talk to someone about this? Can I talk to an attorney about this? Sure, you can talk to an attorney. It's going to be an additional fee. Can you do a comprehensive search? I don't want just a direct hit search. Can you do like a real comprehensive search? Sure, we can do that, but it's going to cost you. So all of a sudden, this $199 trademark deal that you thought you were getting is going to end up costing you thousands of dollars. So rather than just deal with that, why don't you just hire an attorney to begin with? And the third thing, the reason I recommend hiring an attorney, specifically off the mark, is because like they say, when they say about raising kids and no kid, like it takes a village to raise a kid, like it takes a village to run a successful business, even if you're a solopreneur. Even if you're doing it, like you're the only owner and you're doing it by yourself, you should still be outsourcing things. Here we believe in operating in your realm of genius. And so if it's not in your realm of genius, you shouldn't be doing it because you have other things that you can be doing that's going to help benefit your company. It's just like when you got football season coming up, and I could do a football analogy, but you know what? That's not my realm of genius. Yeah. So no, basketball though. So like with basketball, it's a team sport. It takes everybody. Like the point guard is not a center. The point guard is bringing the ball down the court, but he's not going to be the person that's guarding the 6'7", center. He's not going to be doing that. So he's going to have to know when to pass the ball in order to make the shot. And it's the same thing in business. You cannot do everything. You cannot do everything. You gotta have a team. And when you hire us, you actually have a new team member. You have someone that you can say, hey, we're looking at doing this. What do you think? Compared to, you might be able to ask an attorney at LegalZoom to do that for you, but you won't have anybody dedicated to you. When you call back the second time, you're gonna have to go through and explain everything all over again, and they're not gonna be on board with your vision because they're new to this. You don't have a dedicated person that says, hey, we're thinking about expanding our brand this way. What do you think? They don't know. They don't know the heart of your brand. All they know is the scenario that they told you, that you told them. They don't know you. So that's why you don't get that same feel by just filling out a form. Like you cannot put a price on the benefit of picking up the phone and being able to talk with someone, especially before you go and make the investment to actually register that mark. And so, like I said, it's really no comparison. Having a live person, but it's kind of like how many people, how you call like these companies, right? And you have a problem and they get this automated system and they keep telling you push 1 for this and 2 for that. And all you really, really, really want to do is what? Talk to a person. And you can't beat one-on-one communication. You just cannot beat it. So I say, why you want to pay for an attorney versus LegalZoom? 3 reasons. 1, you get to work with the licensed attorney. The licensed attorney is going to do more than just fill out that form, which, by the way, when you go to these sites, they have you fill out this intake form. That information is just going straight into the application, right? So when you hire an attorney, we don't just complete a form for you. We talk to you. So we're having a conversation. We get an understanding of how you're using your mark. Excuse me. And we make sure that we fill out an application for the best class and description that best serves your need. Okay, that's number one. Number two is there are no surprise fees. Like when you work with us, we do upfront flat fee pricing. So the fee that you get, it includes your comprehensive trademark clearance search. It includes that completing of your application. It includes making sure you have the right specimen, because you have to have the right proof that you're using the mark. And it includes responding to an office action for you. Like it's all inclusive. All of that is included in the fee, so that you don't, down the line when we're going through this process, you're not like, oh, I didn't know it was going to cost that much money. Now you're trying to come up with some more money. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. And the third reason that you want to hire us over LegalZoom is that you have a new member, a new team member, somebody to take that weight off of you. It's one less thing for you to worry about when you have a brand attorney on your team. And we're offering monitoring services. Now that's one less thing for you to really do. You have someone monitoring your mark for you to make sure that there are no conflicting marks. And we monitor, again, but not just the federal registered marks, but we also monitor any use of it on the web and social media and state trademark registrations. Like I said, you cannot beat having a peace of mind when you're building a business and a brand. That's all I got for you today, folks. So if you are ready to have your trademark and your brand protected, call us 334-523-0022, or you can schedule a consultation. If you have questions and you want to figure out how you can strategically build your brand and protect it, schedule an appointment. You can call the same number or go to iprotectbrands.com or email us at hello@offthemarkipsolutions.com. Remember, if you have questions about this broadcast, you can definitely put them in the comments. If you have a question for Ask Me Thursday, you know what to do. Hit us in our DMs, okay? Talk to you later.